Hey, puzzle publishers! Another quick live talking about how to use your templates with Puzzle Publisher's suite of tools. Today we're going to be covering DtD Crazy. So let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. So what first I'm going to do is go to the software. Alright, hold on. I'm going to check and make sure we're doing okay here before I get too fast. Check and make sure. Yep. Alright, sounds good. Alright, let's do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to DtD Crazy in the software area. Alright. Now what I want to do is I'm going to load up the individual graphics of our templates. So this month's templates is a bunch of 4th of July stuff. So I'm going to take, let's start with the sunglasses. Okay, now if you notice when the image comes in, it's got a slight bit of transparency to it, and that's for a reason. The reason being is that way when you're working with the dot to dot, it already is slightly transparent. It makes it a little easier for you to actually do the dot to dot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and create dots. Oh, pardon me one sec. Alright. Now in this case I have 20 dots, which is kind of excessive. I'm going to try to tell you that I think that you should try to use a minimum amount of dottage. Okay, because the least amount of dots you can use makes it a lot easier for the user when they're actually doing the dot to dots. You might say, well, you know, we need all these. No, you don't need all these dots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the number of dots down to about 10. And create dots again. That looks pretty good. One thing I am going to do here is I think this is just a personal preference. I'm going to move number 10 over here. And I'm going to put number 1. Now if you haven't worked with the program in a while, remember you can simply drag the dots around. Okay. And in this case, if I need a new dot, I can simply double click the dot, like say for example I want a dot between 2 and 3. In this case what I can do is I can go ahead and double click dot number 2 and it'll generate automatically a dot for me. And then I'm going to do that again. I think I'll keep number 5. Let's see how this is looking. Looks like I could use probably one more, eh? There we go. So 5, 6. And then what I can do is put number 7. You can also move the numbers around by simply grabbing them and dragging them out of the way. Number 8. Number 9. I think I'm going to get one up here. 10, 11. Now do I need these dots in the middle? Well, probably not. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them. To get rid of dots, you simply right click on the dot you want to get rid of and the numbering system automatically readjusts for you. And I'll move these around so they look nice. Alright, there we have it. So what I can do is I could turn off the outline, and I could even turn off the lines. And then I have this really cool dot to dot. So now you have multiple options with dot to dots. You can do them like this. Okay, so I'm going to download, let's go desktop, puzzle publishers, demos, June. Okay, and I'm going to call this Shades D2D. I'm going to call it Shades. Actually, I'll call it Shades 1 because we're going to do just a little bit more. Now, if you want to, you can save it with the lines. In this case, I'm not really looking at saving the solution. Now, there's something else you can do. Our dot-to-dot program has something called Magic Eraser in it. Let me turn the lines back on. So with Magic Eraser, it allows you to erase the outer line where you're drawing the dot-to-dot, but keeping the inner. So with Magic Eraser, I simply move it, and Magic Eraser starts erasing. Now what's cool is I can actually take and move the dots while I'm Magic Erasing. Looks like I need a little more here. So I can move, clean that up just a little bit. Might need a little more magic erasing. Okay. Still getting a little bit of there it is. And then here. And then here. And there you go. So now what that allows me to do is keep the inner, okay, oh, leave that, turn off the lines, and there you have it. So now when they actually draw the shape, okay, they're following the dot to dot, they'll have this cool inner pieces that add to the dot to dot itself. So let's go ahead and download that one. And we'll call it Shades 2 dot to dot. All right, so let's do one more. So that was our shades in a dot to dot. Let's go ahead and start over. Boom, 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 boom. Let's load a new one from this month's templates. In this case, I'm going to load the Skyrocket. Now, the Skyrocket's kind of interesting because it has, I'm going to zoom it up a little bit. It has this little tail here, okay, which is kind of unique. So what I really want to do is I really want the rocket itself and not really worry about the tail. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do it with, let's do it with the 10 dots and see what it does. So let's hit create dots. Okay, I'm going to turn off Magic Eraser right now. That's probably more dots than I even need, at least for right now. Let me go ahead and reduce it down to 6, which is our minimum. Create dots. Okay, so this will do to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these into place into the rocket. Put the little 5 out there. Double click 5. I'm going to make another one called 6. Bump this into there. Alright, wow. That looks really nice. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Magic Eraser to erase the lines. And then I'm going to turn the lines off. Boom. Now that is really cool. I'm going to have a nice rocket, a little firework there that they'll be able to do. If I want to bring this in now, I can just reduce the image transparency and bring it up. But I don't want to add too, I don't want to take too much away from the design itself while they're doing it. So something like that is pretty nice. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download the PNG. And we will call this one Rocket D2D. Save. All right. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick tutorial, and I hope you're taking advantage of your templates every month, because they all are custom images designed just for you guys. So go ahead and use them in very unique ways. You can, and then you could take this and you could put it on one of the full page templates that are there. These are just the graphic images. But that would be a lot of fun to take this and put this on the page and have the, the user go ahead and, in this case would probably be a young adult, to go ahead and do the dot to dot and draw in the skyrocket, color it in, and do all this other fun stuff. So please go ahead. I'll make these available for your download, and I hope you really enjoyed this. Take care.